You're thinking about moving to the East Bay in 2021, we're going to give you reasons you should consider Hayward, California. Hi, I'm Katie. I've lived in the East Bay for over a decade. I have my buddy here today, Kyle. He's lived in Hayward for a long time. How long have you lived here in this house?
And this house is 2012.
Since 2012.
Since 2012, yeah, so 9 years.
You bought in the right time. But we're in the Fairview district in Hayward, which is above the 580. It borders Castro Valley. And you born and raised?
Born and raised San Francisco, yeah. And then during that time, it was more affordable to come out this way. So I was lucky enough to find this home in this backyard where we're sitting now. Yeah, been here for 9 years and I love it so far.
But yeah, so he's gonna give us his 2 cents on living in Hayward these past 10 years. But in 2021, what are 5 reasons that you should consider moving here? Reason number 1, Hayward is central to everything in the East Bay. What is it called again?
So I was told the heart of the bay, right?
Heart of the bay.
Yeah, you can get anywhere you want in 45 minutes. So if you want to go to San Francisco, it's 45 minutes, San Jose's 45 minutes, out to maybe Concord, to the Veranda, it's 45 minutes. You can get to Mountain House and Manteca, maybe a half hour to 45 minutes. Tracy in 45 minutes. So yeah, they call it the heart of the bay. That's what I was just told maybe a week ago.
That's one reason Hayward has actually become more popular over the last couple years. I felt like it was one of the better kept secrets when it came to housing prices, because it's right by the 92 and the 84, which get you to the peninsula. So a lot of people who have worked in the peninsula and have been outpriced, they've come over to Hayward.
Reason number 2 is developing quick, with the housing prices and people, the large influx of people coming over here. As you stated, the secret, right? It's kind of out of the bag. And so a lot of people come here, and Hayward's done a great job of keeping up with the influx of people better than other cities around.
Yeah, so the downtown Hayward development plan has led to what seems like the city is more friendly towards developers coming in and either having newer higher-end development or newer, denser, more affordable development closer to downtown. So one thing I've noticed when I've worked on projects in Hayward, or at least investigated working on projects, is the City Building and Planning Commission seems to be better run than some cities like Oakland, for example. When scheduling inspections for an inspector to come out and approve your permits, they had an online system before other cities did, before shelter in place happened, that forced other municipalities to go online. And you were saying too, like when you had an issue with your electrical in your garage.
Right, yeah.
What happened with the inspector? It was just...
super easy. I was able to go down to the office, and it was actually not even an appointment.
Yeah.
And we walked right in, and if anyone that is watching this is from Hayward, they'll know one of the biggest changes that they made was right here at Jackson, Foothill, Mission, all those major intersections. They completely did the whole re-intersection of the whole thing and made it a lot better for traffic. And then they started doing a lot of townhomes kind of like around that downtown area, really developing that downtown area.
Yeah, so that's great in terms of, keeping up with, or attempting to keep up with, the housing supply issue that we have in the Bay Area. I will say this is the place where I've gotten the most tickets, so they're good at collecting their revenue too when it comes to driving downtown. But they, what people do when they're coming from like Livermore, Mountain House, trying to get to the South Bay, sometimes they try and cut off or cut through instead of taking the 238. They try and go through downtown.
Right, they go through downtown, yeah.
Your maps, Apple Maps, Google Maps tries to get you to go through downtown Hayward, and that's where they get you. All right, so speaking of housing, if you are purchasing a home in Hayward, even though the median home prices have caught up to surrounding cities, in the last 90 days, I believe it was close to $900,000, which has been a lot for Hayward.
Sure.
A lot of these homes in Hayward, in some of the neighborhoods I'm talking about, were built in the 50s, and it was more common to have 2 bathrooms and over 1,000 square feet. So number 3, one reason you should consider Hayward is, even though median home prices have caught up to surrounding East Bay cities, the city transfer tax, so when you're thinking about closing costs, the city transfer tax is lower in Hayward than it is for other cities.
Significantly, actually.
Yeah, because it used to be $4.50 for every $1,000, and that was the lowest of the Alameda County cities that had city transfer taxes. Now it's $8 for every $1,000.
Right.
So Hayward's city transfer tax is lower than surrounding cities with that same tax. I will say that Union City and Fremont, also part of Alameda County, don't have a city transfer tax.
Right.
The median price point in those cities, however, is higher than that of Hayward. And then there are some neighborhoods now where you can still find homes for under $700,000 with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, which now is a better starter home price than in surrounding areas because, I mean, what would you say about Tennyson?
Yeah, you have Tennyson, industrial area, maybe Lower Cherryland around that area.
Yeah.
I think maybe one of the drawbacks there is the BART tracks go through there, so maybe it's a little louder, but also it's access to BART. It's right around the corner, so which I think it's a big thing being in the Bay Area. We actually have 2 BART stations, which is huge, and then with the freeways and the main thoroughfares, transportation is also great.
And you made a great point, Kyle. Number 4, there's 2 BART stations, and there are plenty of AC Transit bus lines, Transbay bus lines that run through various parts of. I mean, there's not any access point really that's difficult for public transportation.
No,
in Hayward,
not at all.
right?
Yeah, not at all.
So maybe Southgate, where you have to go closer to Southland Mall to get on a Transbay bus line or go into Palma CAN.
Number 5, outside of Hayward's centrality, right? There's a lot of major businesses that are here as well. There's 2 big colleges, Chabot Community College, and then Cal State East Bay, which used to be Cal State Hayward. Go Pioneers.
Wait, why did they change the name to Cal State East Bay instead of Cal? There's just something unsexy, I think, about Hayward, which is why calling it the heart of the Bay seems it seems like a misnomer.
Right. And then many satellite colleges as well. One of the things that they're known for, along with Chabot, is actually a nursing program.
Yeah.
Which is big. Nursing programs are traditionally very hard to get into, so to have multiple options in one city is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. I mean, so if you're thinking about going back to school, I think Cal State East Bay has a really good MBA program.
Yeah.
The nursing programs, if you just want your associate's degree, if you already have a degree in something else and you want to try to get your associate's degree in nursing, that's an affordable option. But I believe it's just like other associate programs at Chabot. A lottery systems.
Yeah, and there's a lot of major businesses. I think you have quite a few that you can.
Ultra Clean Technologies.
Okay.
Yeah, Rocket Dog is based here. I didn't know that. That's a shoe company. Recording King. Have you heard of them?
No.
What is that? Is it like a recording company? Shasta, like the Coke. Yeah, Pepsi's here.
Yeah.
That's over there in the industrial area off the 84. Mendel Biotechnology, Inland Metals Technology, Plasticon Industries. Is Baxter? Is that a laboratory? Baxter Laboratory?
I think so. Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Baxter. Impacts Laboratory. So a lot of it seems like biotech companies, maybe biology, pharmaceutical. Lots of job opportunities in Hayward. We'll back this up with data, but when talking to people on the street in Hayward, when they wanted me on camera, they talked about it being diverse. Hayward being a diverse spot because it is in the center of a lot of other East Bay cities.
Right.
I think it attracts folks from working from all socioeconomic statuses, from different backgrounds.
Right. Yeah. So Hayward slogan from memory, and actually when you're driving down certain streets, they'll have it there. It says "No room for racism," which I think is pretty cool. So and just like I said, being here for 12 years, coming from San Francisco, which is super diverse, right? This definitely felt more maybe like a suburban style of that. But definitely just as diverse.
Last but not least, kind of least, because we don't drink beer. But apparently...
Bonus material. Buffalo Bill's Brewery is on B Street. They do brew their own beer. I've went there several times. They actually have a really good chicken Caesar salad. It becomes like a hard bread. Pretty good, yeah. And then they do like October beers, like pumpkin beers and stuff like that. I know that. I've never tried them, but... I hear they're pretty good. And then right across the way is actually Brews and Brats, I believe. And I know there's a couple other brew houses around, not downtown, but just kind of around Hayward.
I'll insert the list here. Yeah, I only during desperate times I've resorted to drinking beer again. Like during shelter in place, I think I've drank beer more than...
Yeah, you're probably not alone in that, I don't think.
No, but we have, I like a Vita beer, Purple Haze. It's like a Louisiana, I don't even remember if it's like berry flavors.
Oh, okay.
It's a berry. I don't even know how a beer connoisseur. One of our other points about downtown Hayward being redeveloped, the redevelopment plan. There's a
Right.
lot of businesses that are actually centrally located downtown that have helped revive the downtown area and sort of like, not night scene necessarily, because there aren't a whole lot of bars in Hayward. There's one, right? That's the Turf Club.
The
one
Turf
that
Club, right? That has,
tiki with the
right.
live music outside.
Exactly. Usually on Sundays, I believe, during the summer.
Okay, cool. So that's one place you can go. And then there's the Dirty Bird Lounge. I actually visited that during the day because they have a cafe in the front and they make it's like a taro latte, which I've never had anywhere else. They have that. But they have that big bar in the back and I can show you for the chair. Those are more than five reasons.
Bonus reasons.
Yeah, those are bonus reasons you should consider moving to Hayward.
Transportation's great. It's heart of the bay. City transfer tax is the lowest, right?
Yeah, of the Alameda County cities that have city transfer tax when you purchase a home.
2 colleges.
Big employers in this area.
Biotech, if that's your scene. Pharmaceutical, and great beer scene.
Great beer scene. Yeah. So those are the reasons that you should move to Hayward in 2021. If you are moving to the East Bay from another part of the United States or San Francisco, make sure you give us a call. Our contact information is here. If you haven't been to my channel before, hit the subscribe button below. I have new videos like this every week.
Hit that like button. Come be my neighbor.